EA Sports.
It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for it. All set to go on a picturesque, snowy December day. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. They kick the running back in motion. On the move, headed right. And they get to him again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. Love from the gun. Komet brings it in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Jack Fox getting the call here to punt on fourth down. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite and the game's most important position. And it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on that game. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Setting up a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
I call this quarterback's best friends. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Looking for a throw here. Stays in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. So before this is punted away, officials stepping in. Looks like a timeout was called by the receiving team. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Packers will take over possession. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. They're dealing with injury right now, Brock, as we can all see here, but you wouldn't know it for a second based on how they've played. They are one of the best teams in football.
Well, we've kept waiting. I think their opponents have kept waiting for the other shoe to drop at some point, right? By this point, I'm not sure it ever will. This is a team that's been built solid. From the top of the depth chart to all of the backup roles. Even missing players, they're better than most other teams right now in this league.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. Love out of the shotgun. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. The Packers send out their punting unit. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Vikings football. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Has his man. That's their rookie from Penn State. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. They'll try and throw it here. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it again. Got Evans, it's complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. He'll throw it yet again. Completed to his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Second and 10 now. Has it at the 7. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. Here's a throw. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Back to throw, needing a first. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings go up 6-0 here in the first. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This, our last play of the quarter. From the pistol, here's Love. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They start out 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Throwing, Love. It's taken in by Mingo. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Love to throw again. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Running back sent in motion. First down throw. Here's Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Love on 3rd and short. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Vikings headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Completed over the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run it from the gun. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Here's the give to Irving. Down along the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Love from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Kick the running back in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That throw finds Komet. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Irving hauls it in. And And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Love out of the shotgun. Watson with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And this one doesn't go far. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Love now to throw. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Vikings take over as he records his 10th career INT. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, maybe gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion. That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Now we'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Forced out to his right. Brought in right side.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They motion the tight end over. Blown back gets the handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Vikings and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Throwing from the gun here. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Play action on first down. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. They're throwing it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Another carry for him. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up third and 5.